Ever wonder why chess pieces always look so serious? Because the game is no laughing matter, except when the pawns tell the knights to move in L shape. Ah, the chessboard, 64 squares of pure strategy and wit, half of them as white as a bishop's mitre, the other half as dark as a rook's tower. And speaking of bishops and rooks, let's not forget our lineup of chess celebrities here. We've got the kings and queens, the real heavyweights of the board, right in the middle, flanked by bishops who, despite their holy attire, are quite sneaky. Next to them, the knights, the only ones who've had a bit too much to drink and can't walk straight. They're the only pieces who hop around the board in a crazy L shape. And then there are the rooks, standing tall at the corners. Finally, the pawns, always straight-laced, always moving forward, just like that one friend who insists on following the GPS, even when it's obviously wrong. Remember, pawns may seem insignificant, but in the game of chess, everyone has a role to play. What do you call a chess player who loves to live on the edge? A rook star. Now let's dive into the power of chess pieces, starting with the least powerful and most humble piece, the pawn. The pawn is like the intern of the chess world. It can only move one square forward and only captures diagonally. But don't underestimate this little guy. With enough patience and strategic moves, the pawn can be promoted to any piece if it reaches the other side of the board. Talk about a rags to riches story. Next up, we have the knight, or as I like to call it, the party animal of the chessboard. It's the only piece that can jump over others, making it a wild card that can change the game. Its moves are shaped like an L, but don't mistake it for a loser. It's more like a L for look out. Then we have the bishop, the long-distance lover of the chess world. It moves diagonally, sliding across the board as smoothly as butter on a hot pan. It's the secret sniper, taking out targets from afar. The rook, or the castle, is the heavyweight champion. It moves straight, horizontally or vertically, and can cover a lot of ground. It's like your reliable old truck, always ready to take on a heavy load. The queen, the power player, the diva of the board. She can move in any direction as far as she wants. She's like the superstar who can sing, dance, and act. She's the Beyoncé of chess pieces. And finally, we have the king. The king can only move one square in any direction. He's like that old grandpa who forgets where he's going and needs constant protection. But remember, the game's objective revolves around him. No king, no kingdom. So the queen is the most powerful, but remember, behind every successful queen, there's a king constantly in need of rescue. Why don't chess players ever get bored? Because every game is a new opportunity to checkmate. Now, let's dive into the ultimate goal of chess to checkmate your opponent's king. It's like a royal game of tag, but with a twist. You're not just it, you're it with a mission. Picture this, you're a general in a grand battlefield. Your mission, capture the enemy king. But here's the catch. You can't just stroll up to their king and say, "Hey buddy, you're coming with me." No, you need to put him in check. That's when the king is under threat of capture. But we don't stop there. Oh no, we aim for checkmate, where the king can't escape capture next move. It's like playing tag, but the person who's it can't run away. And then there's stalemate. That's when the king isn't in check, but can't make a legal move without falling into check. It's like saying, you can't catch me, but I can't run away either. So, if you've got your opponent's king in a corner, congratulations. You're one step away from a royal victory. Why did the pawn go to college? To get its degree in en passant. Now that's a chess joke to get us started on our next topic, special moves. In the world of chess, there are 3 special moves that stand out from the rest. They're like the secret handshake of the chess world, the skip-the-line pass at the amusement park, the equivalent of finding an extra fry at the bottom of your takeout bag. First up, we have the castling move. Now, this isn't just a fancy way to say you're building a sand castle. No, castling is a move that involves your king and one of your rooks. It's like a buddy system where the king says, "Hey rook, let's switch places." But remember, not just anyone can castle. There are rules. Your king and rook haven't moved yet, the king isn't in check, and no enemy pieces are threatening to ruin your day. It's like a VIP club, not everyone gets in. Next we have en passant. which is French for in passing. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it's a move as elusive as a magician's trick. Imagine this. A pawn, feeling bold, moves 2 squares forward, thinking it's safe from an enemy pawn. But surprise! The enemy pawn can capture it as if it had only moved 1 square. It's like a surprise party, but less cake, more chess. Lastly, we have promotion. This is when a pawn reaches the other side of the board and gets a promotion. Kind of like climbing the corporate ladder, but in chess. The pawn can become a queen, rook, knight, or bishop, but never a king. It's like your pawn just won the lottery, but instead of money, it gets a shiny new title. And there you have it, the special moves of chess. They're like the secret sauce that adds flavor to the game. So next time you're playing chess, remember these moves. They might just be your ticket to victory. Remember, in chess, as in life, knowing the special moves can give you a surprising advantage. So now you're all set to play chess, or as I like to call it, the Game of Thrones for intellectuals. You've learned about the battlefield layout, the power each piece holds, the ultimate objective, and those special moves that can turn the tide in your favor. It's a lot, isn't it? But remember, every grandmaster was once a beginner. Chess is a game of strategy, and strategy takes time to develop. It's like brewing a fine pot of tea. It doesn't happen instantly, but with patience and practice, you'll get there. Keep refining your moves, learning new strategies, and practicing against different opponents. And most importantly, don't be too hard on yourself. No one wins every game, and each loss is a new lesson. So keep pushing your pawns, maneuvering your knights, and always be ready to shout, "Checkmate!" And remember, if you ever lose a game, just tell your opponent, "Well, I was playing the long game," for the next match. See you on the chessboard.